Not sure what was wrong with the live stream. I was ready to go and it wouldn't connect. Hopefully this isn't a duplicate. And I will edit the details for the description. But today's reading is coming from The Soul's Companion, Connecting with the Soul Through Daily Meditations by Tian Dayton. And today's reading for August 6th is Simple Things. Today I will learn to see soul in the simple things of life. It is oftentimes the things that I take for granted that are truly responsible for the deep underpinnings of my sense of well-being and personal happiness. When I let myself have and enjoy events of life, I will see soul radiate from the simple and the little things. Life is a tapestry woven of small threads. I appreciate what I take for granted. And then there's a quote from Bernie S. Segal, MD. I walked through hospital corridors, going into rooms, asking people who had things I was afraid of, why do you want to live? How do you manage? What impressed me was that the lists did not contain pages of philosophical discussion about the meaning of life. They said things that were so simple. I painted a picture, said someone with no fingers. A brush had to be tied to her hand. I looked out the window and it is a beautiful day. The nurse rubbed my back. My family called and are coming to see me. The lists just went on with simple daily events, and I began to realize that this is really what life is about. I'm going to read that again because I think I messed it up in the middle. I walked through hospitals, going into rooms, asking people who had things I was afraid of. Why do you want to live? How do you manage? What impressed me was that the lists did not contain pages of philosophical discussion about the meaning of life. They said things that were so simple. I painted a picture, said someone with no fingers. A brush had to be tied to her hand. I looked out of the window, and it is a beautiful day. The nurse rubbed my back. My family called and are coming to see me. The lists just went on with simple daily events, and I began to realize that this is really what life is about. How beautiful, and what a privilege to be able to ask people these questions when they are in hospital with things that he was afraid of. Simple things. I appreciate what I take for granted. I don't know if I've spoken about this before because it's something that I have recently kind of embraced myself, but I might have on the day that I discovered it, shared it in here. But, you know, for a long time I have, known about the importance of the words we use and trying not to use the word should, I should do that, choosing instead to use the word I could do that, which gives you the impression that you have a choice rather than should, which is forcing yourself to do something. But then one step further than that, and with gratitude, built into it, is I get to do that. I get to do these daily readings. I get to have my cup of coffee. I get to sit on this chair. I get to do that. I get to look out the window and look at the sunshine. I get to walk round the floor of my house, to get in my daily steps. I get to do that. Yes, I choose to do those things, so that's great. And I don't tell myself that I should do these things, which is also great. But how much more effective is it to realize that we get to do it? That has built-in gratitude. And it's such an easy shift, and such a simple shift to make. Simple things. So here's the simple thing that I'm giving to you today. The next time you hear yourself saying, I should do that, change it and say, oh, you know what? I get to do this. So many people don't get to do that. So many people don't get to sit down and have the egg on toast that I had for breakfast. So many people do not get to see the view of the beautiful ravine on my balcony. So many people don't have a roof over their head. I get to walk into this house and feel secure. I have air conditioning. I get to feel cool when it's blisteringly hot outside. And my 5 minutes are up. But if that's all you take away from today's reading, don't use the word should, use the word could, but better still, with gratitude, use the word or the words I get to. Namaste. Bye-bye now.